Hello, it's Lauren, the female foamer. Welcome back to my channel for this kind of bonus episode. This is like take 2 of me filming this because I filmed this whole video and then I realized our air conditioner was running in the background and it was super annoying. So take 2. This episode is going to be This video is going to be kind of a haul of sorts. So some of this is train mail that some of my wonderful, lovely followers have sent. Thank you so much, guys. It warms my heart when I see that there's a package. You don't have to do that, but it's definitely like it makes my day. Thank you so much. And then there are some things that I have purchased. Not a lot, but I've been trying not to spend as much money lately because we've been traveling a lot. So I've been trying to curb the purchasing of train related items so I can travel, make more train videos, see you guys, that sort of thing. But yeah, let's get into this. First, I'm gonna go with this box. I did open all of these ahead of time because I don't trust myself with scissors. So I don't want to like cut myself on camera. This is from Tim. Tim, thank you so much. I was super excited to open this and see this. If you haven't seen my videos, if you're new here, I love Burlington, CB&Q, Burlington route. I grew up in Southeast Iowa, about half an hour from the Burlington of Burlington route. So heavy CB&Q territory. I've always loved Burlington, and so Tim saw this and he sent me a Kato business car. But wait. It is Burlington, and it is the Burlington car, the observation car. This is super cool. I love this. I don't have any other cars like this, so I think I'm going to put it on like a display track. That's my current plan for it, since I don't have any other cars similar. But thank you so much. I love this so much. He also wrote a nice little note with it. But yeah, thank you. Burlington. Speaking of Burlington, the next couple things will be Burlington. Oh, I just wanted to note there was a letter from the Burlington Route Historical Society waiting for me in my P.O. box. Someone saw that I like Burlington and they reached out to see if I knew about their existence, which I knew of them. I just haven't really paid super close attention. So, I will be joining that because gotta support Burlington history. But that was fun. This is a box of purchases. Continuing on the Burlington theme. One of my lovely followers, you guys, have reached out via email and was like, hey, I have a ton of literature for sale. And I was like, oh. And it was a good deal for my grad student budget. So I made some purchases. I bought a lot of Burlington bulletins and a book. This book is on observation cars, but I had a couple Burlington bulletins, the West Burlington shops and the Burlington and Northwestern narrow gauge, because I love narrow gauge railroads. And so I just bought some of the ones I didn't have that I thought were kind of cool. This on passenger cars, Nebraska, office cars. Wait. There's the Burlington observation Burlington car right there. That is awesome because I just got that. That is so cool. Okay, I'm happy now. Wreckers and steam shovels. Trains of the gods and goddesses. What is even... It's a lot of the streamlined stuff and the Zephyrs. That is such interesting. Oh, the cars were named after Greek and Roman gods. I see now. That makes sense. Q consoles. Burlington, Iowa, which is fitting. That's a hefty one. I'm excited to look through that. More on cars in a depot. The Cold Creek disaster. Now, wait, was this the one in Wyoming? Yes. Okay. So, fun fact, last year I interned at Nevada Northern Railway as their archives intern, because that's what I'm going to school for archives, museum work, that sort of thing. I even have my Nevada Northern shirt on. My boss, the archivist, Con Trumbull, is from Casper, Wyoming, and he wrote a book about this disaster. I can't think of the title off the top of my head, so I will link it down below. So if you want to learn more about this wreck, he wrote a book about it. So that's kind of cool. And then these were just some odds and ends papers. But yeah, those were the purchases I made in relation to Burlington. Burlington isn't the only line I like. I like PRR, Pensy. I like a lot of other stuff too, but I would say Burlington and Pensy for standard gauge are definitely like my top up theirs. But yes. Now, next, if you saw my video prior to this, from the Heritage Rail Alliance conference, one of the gentlemen in the video is Paul. He's one of our volunteers at Midwest Central, and when we were on the bus on our ride, he had this magazine. It's a trains magazine all about Iowa from April '86, but what I thought was so cool is it's called You Gotta Know the Territory. Now, this past spring, I was the archives intern at the State Historical Society of Iowa. And one of the permanent displays in the museum portion of the State Historical Society is called You Gotta Know the Territory. And I thought that was so funny and ironic. But he was using this there's a map in the middle of it that shows all the lines that used to be in Iowa. Iowa used to be covered. And I thought it was super cool. And I asked him where he got it, and he's like, oh, I have several copies. And so he was at our work weekend for Midwest Central, and he brought it to me. So thank you so much, Paul. He also brought me a car. It's a Burlington, I think he said a wood pulp car. But yes. And he changed the couplers on it. So thank you so much, Paul, if you're watching this. Yes. Continuing on. Okay, so this got transferred boxes, but this is from Andres, I hope I pronounced that right, one of my followers from Florida, and he sent me some pretty cool stuff. There's a whole set of these Chicago and Alton cars, and they're made by AHM, which Associated Hobby Manufacturers, which I was informed this past weekend by Paul that is basically River Rossi. So these are 1920s cars. That's what the box says. So yeah, there's a whole set of these. He reached out to me and was like, hey, I have these passenger cars and I don't really use them. And I was like, oh, I love passenger cars. And so yeah, Combine. Thank you so much. These are so cool. I'm not like super familiar with the Chicago and Alton. I have to do some research. But funny enough, when we were at one of our dinner trains in Boone for Valentine's, it was our Valentine's dinner train. They have a section in the museum where they have like railroadiana things that people have donated that they use as a fundraiser for the museum. So like they sell it and then put that money back into the museum. So there was a box of passes, and as I was flipping through the passes, there were some unmarked, like never been used Chicago and Alton passes from like 1925. So I bought a couple of those because it matched the cars. But yeah. Oh, there's a couple more. Western Groves. It's an interesting name. Bloomington. And Chicago. And then he also was super kind and sent me and my husband shirts from US Sugar. So I love this shirt so much. I love the color. It's very bright and vibrant. I have a large growing collection of train shirts. They're starting to take up a drawer. I may have to rethink some storage of my train shirts. And then this is the other one. That was so nice of him, and I love it, and it is so cool. Oh, and then there was a like postcard of their engine that US Sugar runs. And then the facts about the locomotive. It's an Alco. I think, doesn't say, I think it was Florida East Coast originally, or at some point. But yeah, that is all I have for now. I will probably be purchasing more things as I go through antique stores because that is my weakness. Thank you. How rude. Thank you for watching. Also, to the people who have sent me things, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I love it. It is so cool seeing all the different things. And yeah, I can't wait to wear this t-shirt because it's so pretty. I love blue. But yeah, have a great day. Keep on steaming and follow along for more adventures.